I'm Alan Ning. I was Learning Kid, and today we review Zone 414, starring Guy Pearce. Let's see. I'll just give you my quick impression. I really, honestly didn't care about this movie at all. I'm curious what you thought about it. It just felt like Blade Runner light to me.
Right, exactly. It's the poor man's version of Blade Runner. I think I read someone called it Budget Runner. is what it was referenced to. And they have a point. The comparisons are very obvious. The androids as humans and all that sort of stuff.
Kind of a murder mystery surrounding androids and humans. And it's like, it's not that you can't retell that story, but you've got to put a different take on it or find a way to tell it better, or if not as good as. Honestly, it hurts the fact that Ridley Scott did this already, and it's been done.
You can't do a budget movie of a film that's an iconic classic. You're already, the odds are stacked against you. So the movie it had a lot going against it by virtue of the very obvious comparisons.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, Blade Runner was put off a long time ago. So, there's a whole new generation who's never seen it, doesn't know anything about it.
There was Blade Runner 2049. So
But that was not this movie. I mean, this one follows more closely to the first one. And so here's my feeling about it is I just didn't care about the characters at all. Guy Pearce is, I love Guy Pearce, but he's that, downtrodden cop who's on this one big job. And, he does a good job at it, but, that's all I have to really care about him. And then, quite frankly, not since Data from Star Trek have I really endeared myself to an android and wanted to assign it human feelings and emotions, to where if something happened, if they lost an arm or got shut off, that I would feel some kind of emotional sadness for that fact.
Well, to your point, Guy Pearce is a fabulous actor, but you wouldn't know it by watching this movie because there really wasn't much for him to do except to be that sort of cop with a past trying to redeem himself. But there wasn't much personality on his part. And this was not one of his finest moments. It wasn't his worst moment because he wasn't bad in it. Yeah. But he just, he was the lead and he failed to shine, and through no fault of his own, I think.
Yeah. I mean, you can't shine on your own. It takes the people around you and the story and the circumstances to help you shine. You have to have a good bad guy to make the good guy look good. And to me, a lot of the other characters, the characters in this movie are just a little fantastical. And I would describe it as more Brazil type characters, just really over the top, quirky, odd, that lives in this West world, so to speak. I mean, I'm bringing all these examples that have been done before, and we take elements and ideas from it and mash it into this movie. And I just don't feel like they, the film took it to level to where I would want to see it again. Yeah.
Well, the android, you mentioned that you didn't care about the android. And I think the whole point of having a movie that was like this was that we were supposed to care for her tremendously. I don't want to knock the acting on the part of this young, I think she's a French actress. When you're playing an android that kind of has human feelings, the acting didn't suggest that. I think she, as an actress, I felt like maybe she struggled with how to bring this character to life. At what point are you more robotic and emotionally removed, and at what point do you bring in emotion? It's a carefully nuanced character, and I don't think she hit it.
I mean, I think it has to do with the nature of the story, is that she is an android, that she is not human, and that if she was to play a much more accurate human, then do we no longer believe that she is an android? And it's this conundrum, and honestly, it took Star Trek, how many seasons it went to finally get us to endear ourselves to this android and to define him, to define Data as this android who wants to be human.
Travis Fimmel, he plays the Vite, the creator of these androids. I kept looking at this character who was kind of grotesque and sexually ambiguous, and I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be entertained and slightly amused by how out there he was, or if I was really supposed to fear him.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that to me, that's the inherent weakness of the movie, is the supporting characters are not defined well enough.
Yeah.
You know, he plays this kind of imposing, slightly menacing, you know, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk type. You fear him a little bit, and then when the big reveal happens, you don't fear him as much, and they kind of pull the rug out from under that character, and I'm like, it just seems like a waste at that point. The whole plot of this movie is about that one android, that we're supposed to feel sympathy for, and I just couldn't get there. That's and if you can't get there, then the whole point of the movie falls apart.
Yeah. Well, I think you summed up the movie. No, and who cares? That's a pretty good summary, Alan. So my guess is for you, you've not really said anything positive about this film at all. Not even anything that I could even think that you would vote it or give it a number that's on a higher scale. So I think maybe you gave it a 4.
I gave it a 3. And I do have one positive. It's the fact that, when you hire a great actor like Guy Pearce, he'll do a good job. He'll really do. And you'll give him crap, and he'll make a lovely salad out of that crap. And that's really the only bright spot. But I will say, I 10 minutes in, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a long one. And
Alan, listen to what you just said. You said he'll make a salad out of it. This movie didn't need a salad. This movie needed meat.
I'm just saying that the bright point is he didn't phone it in at all.
Yes, but what this movie is lacking is meat.
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm feeling like you felt exactly the same way as I did. I mean, I can't think that you said anything that I wouldn't have said. So, and you thought I gave it a 4, so I'm gonna say you gave it a 4.
I actually gave it a 5. I gave it a 5 because I sat through the movie without feeling that I wanted to stop or leave or abandon it. It's when I want to abandon a film that the numbers start going really low for me. I, for whatever reason, decided I would go along with this budget runner. Can't take credit for my quote, but I decided I would go along because Guy Pearce is in it, Travis Fimmel, I like him, and I decided I just would see where this movie went. So I'm literally right in the middle because kind of like, who cares? If you want to sit through it, I mean, you can. If you don't even want to watch it, then don't. It's like you said, no one who cares. So I'm right in the middle with a 5.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't. I mean, if we weren't doing this, I would have tuned out long ago. And when just behind the scenes, it was like, I need to confirm what movie we're reviewing today, and it was this one because I had seen the other one, which is much worse than this one, which was Annette. But that's a whole other story. I know. All right, so hey, did you see Zone 414? Well, let us know what you thought. Did you agree with us? Did you love the movie? I don't know how, but I want to hear that. So like, subscribe, comment below, and let us know what you thought. And with that, let's get out of here. Here we go.